Hi guys, welcome back. Mark Devo. Welcome to A Conscious Time, and welcome to this video on stop doing things that are depleting your energy, or stop doing things that deplete your energy. So this is based a little bit on Neville Goddard, on power of awareness that I've spoken about before, and talked about Neville Goddard before in terms of, everything is an investment. Every thought, every decision, everything that you do is an investment. So I've mentioned Neville Goddard before, amazing man back in his day, and I've spoken about Josiah Brandt on YouTube. He does Neville Goddard's readings, so check that out. I'll put the link to Power of Awareness, which started my journey years ago on Neville Goddard's lectures. Amazing man, amazing lectures, so they'll definitely change your life. But let's jump into it. Stop doing things that deplete your energy, and everything is an investment. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, we chat about things, bridging spirituality and pragmaticism, navigating this world through the eyes of awareness, a non-judgmental way, a guiltless way of navigating through this world. And those have been my pivotal changes in life, is navigating without guilt. Guilt will rob you of life. I've probably spoken about that before. I'll definitely make a unique video on that, but let's just jump into this video. So based on that, what are you doing in your life that is depleting your energy? Essentially, we should have unlimited energy, more or less, on a day-to-day basis, that we can live in harmony, add value to our lives and lives around us. And a lot of us don't have that energy because we are depleting our energy, or allowing this world to get the better of us, to deplete our energy. And we've got to ask ourselves, where are we investing our energy, and where are we allowing that energy to be depleted? So it's in things that we consume. That's in a spiritual side, in a mental side, thoughts, and that's also in a physical side, what we're actually consuming. So one of the examples could be for myself. I've had, back in the day with my wife, girlfriend back then, I've had major arguments before where I could literally feel that energy just being sapped from my body. Years ago, when I did a little bit of mixed martial arts, I used to go to mixed martial arts, have plenty of energy even after work. And then I remember having a major argument with her at the time. And I actually had just had so little energy. It stuck in my mind since then. I remember that feeling. I just could not do anything, and that was just a mental, spiritual, or a mental and spiritual depletion. So if that resonates with you, let me know. On a pragmatic side, I've spoken about meditation and mindfulness and body scan. If you do meditation and mindfulness and body scan, which I'd highly recommend, body scan, just do a little bit more investigation there. That's scanning the body and becoming aware of your body. And the more you do that, you get in touch with your body, and you can literally feel things that actually start resonating with you and giving you energy, and things that actually deplete your energy. So another example is when I had a major, with my previous company a few years ago, there was a lot internal battles going on, a lot of egos flaring, and I remember an email thread that was going, and I felt like it was going back and forward, and there was just a lot of negativity, and I was going to respond to safeguard my ego, which I'll chat about now, about the ego a little bit more. And I just felt in my body, through meditation, through body scan, through navigating through the eyes of awareness, I got to a stage where I just felt my energy. I just didn't have the energy to engage. I just could not do it. And I remembered a pivotal change there and there as well, that you could feel that energy, and I shifted, and I just didn't engage with that email. I shifted my mindset. I shifted my thought pattern, and the whole situation actually resolved itself. So I hope this resonates, and you can start seeing through experience what you are investing in and what you are giving to the world that is allowing your energy to be depleted. So just going back to what I said about the ego. This is maybe on a very spiritual note, but it will tie in obviously pragmatically and practically in the world. When you understand the ego and then spirit, which is the counter opposite, essentially. So I draw my ego learnings from A Course in Miracles, which I've mentioned before, which is an amazing book. It's a curriculum. It's a year period that you do these things, and there's various other aspects to it, so check that out. I draw my ego learning and learnings from that, and the ego is essentially a false thought system. It's the separation from God. It's the me, myself, demise, death, always trying to survive, as opposed to the spirit and being connected to God, always and part of God. You have been given everything. So when you see that the ego is always looking for drama, and when your energy is getting depleted, it's through the ego thought false illusory system. It's always looking for drama. It's always fearful, and fear then masquerades itself through anger, or hides itself behind anger. So anger is essentially fear. So fear is ultimately what is depleting your energy. That's essentially it. You've got fear then, and then on the opposite side, if you move in the spirit, then you should have unlimited source of energy in a day-to-day basis to do everything that you need to do. So I hope that is tracking and making a little bit of sense. On a physical note, when you start becoming aware and paying attention to these concepts, you start paying attention to now foods that start resonating, and you can start feeling the foods and that deplete you. So an example was, this is on a physical and on a mental note, is when I used to socially smoke. I used to have a mind battle of why did I smoke, and then I used to spend a lot of time having conversations in my mind like, I'm not going to smoke tomorrow, I'm not going to do this. So you can really see I'm investing in so much energy that is depleting me just in the thought process around not smoking. And then when I would smoke, I used to have that guilt. I dropped the guilt and actually subsequently moved from not smoking socially. But you could see how that energy was actually depleting me, or others out there, because you've got the guilt factor, you've got the thought processes. Not only that, but smoke itself is actually depleting you and your energy on a very physical note, because of the oxygen that is actually being depleted from your body. So there's two sides to that physical, mental, and spiritual. Well, mental, spiritual, and physical. And then another thing is you can start resonating and start understanding energy. Another example for me is alcohol. I've actually reduced a little bit in alcohol, because it doesn't, as much as I enjoy alcohol, I can't consume too many units of alcohol, because I can actually feel energetically it's sapping energy. So that's how the level of awareness can build, and where you start getting to a level that you start seeing different substances that actually do not enhance you, that they actually are debilitating you. Some of us get too used to those things and our body is adjusting, but ultimately we're actually not living at a high energetic level. So again, it comes back to what are you investing in, and what are you allowing to be depleted. So what are you consuming mentally, spiritually, and physically. So those are things that are essentially going to be depleting your energy. Everything has a vibration, a frequency. So you've got low level foods, low level vibrational foods, high level vibrational foods, and the same goes for thoughts. I spoke about Letting Go, David Hawkins. So check out that book and other books of David Hawkins about different emotional states that have different categories of rating. And he's quantified it in a certain way. So different thoughts will carry a different resonance that either enhances your energy and from a quantifiable physical perspective, and thoughts and emotions that literally degrade or deplete your energy. So these are all very tangible, pragmatic things. So hopefully I'm bridging spirituality with pragmatism in this conversation. So yeah, that hopefully that sums it up. It's quite an in-depth conversation. I'd like to explore a little bit more, but this just touches a little bit. And let me know what your thoughts are, your experiences are. Like, subscribe, share with others if you find value. And yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you and checking on the next one. Cheers, guys.